Hey guys, it's Lindsay. We are going to do a pick a card. We've been doing a lot of very serious readings. So I'm going to do something a little bit lighter. The first deck I have here is deck number 1, the Women of Myth deck. And this is an Angel Aura Quartz. Second deck I have here is the Wisdom of the Oracle deck, and this is a Selenite Heart. And the third deck I have here, Lord only knows what deck this is. But the third deck has orange calcite. Okay, so I'm going to give you guys a moment to use your own intuition. Pick the deck, and I will tag down below the time for each deck so you can move towards your deck. And we are going to start with deck number 1, the Women of Myth deck. We're going to tap in. As always, if any of these messages don't align for you, please take only what you need and leave the rest. Or just pick another deck. Deck number 1, let's check in. Okay, this is weird, but it's coming through like nourishment. I need nourishment. So this is specifically, it's around food, but it's also not around food. Like it's around not nourishing your body in the proper way. Okay. Both physically and emotionally. So you have the Outcast card, and then you have the Power Broker card. And that tells me that you've been kind of making deals with yourself. And this specifically is around food. If I do this, I can have this. If I do this, I can have this, or I've earned this. But it's also interesting because the way that it's coming through is, again, as I said, not just around food. It's this power broker energy around making deals with yourself, around if I do this, I can have this, or I've earned this, right? So it's setting up this pattern for you needing to earn things from yourself, okay? Not just food, but any type of benefit, any type of nourishment, any type of good thing. It's saying that you aren't deserving of this good thing, of this thing that will nourish you, unless you do something, okay? Let's check in and see what else is showing up. It's power broker energy. It's making deals with yourself. It's this for that. It's like you don't get or you don't deserve the benefit without doing something first. And for some of you, it's definitely around food. So what I can see is like some of you are saying, I don't deserve this chocolate unless I go work out. Okay, so it definitely is food centric for a lot of you. But for others of you, it is I don't deserve this, whatever your benefit is, without doing this action first. So what you're telling yourself essentially is that you don't deserve the positive, the good things without, doing some work, which in some ways, it's good to put work in. It's good to kind of do that thing that you need to do. But if you're constantly exhibiting this behavior of I need to do this to earn this, that is actually what needs to be looked at and not the act of earning, okay? You have the guide. You really need to look at this pattern and be like, okay, well, why do I feel like I need to earn this thing? What does that mean? Where did that come from? Because you're just tormenting yourself. You have your own other torment. Instead of saying, I deserve this thing because I deserve it, point blank, you always have to make a bargain. You are the bargaining chip. You yourself are the bargaining chip. And where does this pattern come from, okay? Anything else, Spirit? Anything else? It's also, to me, the way it's coming through is that this is something that was echoed to you from somebody else, and it's a pattern that you like took in for yourself. So say someone, you know, who you looked up to, a parent or a caregiver or something, was always, you don't get this unless you do this. Like, you don't deserve this unless you do this. Like, you have to earn it. Right? Which, again, if you are working towards something and you are actively earning something, that's great. But if everyday life, like basic necessities, things that would nourish you and make you feel good, you had to earn all the time, let's take a real look at that, because that doesn't seem like healthy behavior, right? So I really want you to break down the pattern around this needing to earn, around this needing to bargain with yourself to get things that you feel like you desire, okay? Because part of this is you feeling like you're an imposter and that you don't just deserve something good, okay? You don't just deserve the good things as you are. And you do. You deserve the good things. So you really need to cut that behavior, cut that thought process. So how do we cut that behavior? How do we cut that thought process? Here's a good idea. So I'm going to offer it to you. When you start to say, I don't get this without this, I want you to flip it around. I want you to say, I am going to offer myself this thing in knowing that I deserve it, and I'm still going to do the action, you know, because I know the action will be necessary, okay? So give yourself the chocolate, give yourself whatever you're going to do, and say, and then, because I also deserve to work on myself, I'm going to take a 15-minute walk. Right? So you're getting the benefit of it. You're giving yourself the nourishment, the thing you want, and then you are doing the thing that you know you need to do. You're turning it around, basically, so you get the benefit of both. It's looking at both as a benefit instead of one as like a thing that you need to earn, right? Okay, so I want you to get yourself into the flow of that behavior of turning the pattern and the thought process on its head, where it's not this bargaining chip, okay? You don't need to bargain with yourself. That seems like a lot of extra energy put towards thought processes that are unnecessary, right? Okay, so you're worth it, and that's all you need to know. This is deck 1. Okay, now we're going to move on to deck 2. Clear it. And we have our selenite heart here. And we have the Wisdom of the Oracle by Colette Baron Reed. Let's check in. Red, red, red. I see red. Red. Oh, red. Romance. Deck 2. What are we doing over here with all this romance, this heart energy? Ooh. Somebody's got you in a space. Somebody's got you in your emotions, deck 2. And again, if you're not in your emotions, you know, pick another deck. This is not it for you, but this is like, I feel someone is blossoming with their love. You're mending your relationship to love. You're mending your relationship to loving yourself, but you're also mending your relationship to loving others. And there's someone who is showing you how that mending is going to happen, right? The way that they love themselves and the way that they love you and or care for you and or seem to care for you, right, is mending the way that you treat yourself. So now you're imagining, you got yourself in your head what this could be. Oh, I'm popping out. Okay, all that glitters. Now, it does seem like you're going in a good direction with this romantic relationship, that it is all that glitters, that your heart is full. The only message that is coming through at this moment is take it slow, take your time, really get to know the person and learn about them. I just see like full red heart. You're really, it's giving Valentine's Day red heart, you know, like those cutesy little love images and stuff. And every person we come into contact with, either romantically or not romantically, is there to help us learn and grow in ourselves. And I think this person is especially helping to guide you how to learn and grow and re-love yourself. What did I talk? See? This is what I say. I'm psychic. I don't like to say psychic. I'm an intuitive. Yep. And this is exactly what I was seeing. You see those little cutesy red hearts? That's exactly it. So you're definitely getting soulmate reading for this romance that's either like happening right now or incoming shortly. It's not the pink hearts though. This is like adult love. This is those red hearts. I'm also seeing those you know those teddy bears that people get each other for Valentine's Day when they're all in a romantic mood. That's what I'm seeing. So it does feel like a newer love, and it may even be coming in around February for you if it hasn't already. You get the chaos and conflict card. So this is interesting too, because when I'm feeling like initially when it starts to come in, like you are invigorated by this love, like your heart is red, it's vibrant, it's glowing, and you start to get this chaos and conflict within you where you're like, can I trust this love? Can I trust what this person is bringing to me? And what I want you to do is be very clear with them about what you're looking for, what you're seeking, and ask them to be very clear with you, like point blank, this is ultimately what I'm seeking, ... You know, and I think they are willing to be open about that, and I do think that you will find yourself in a good match, as I said, this soulmate type of energy. But you have to be very upfront. I keep hearing, like, you have to be very upfront with what your expectations are, what you're seeking from this connection, right? Okay. Because I think in the past, you have the not for you card. I think in the past, you haven't been upfront, or other people haven't been upfront. And so what you thought was for you was not for you. And let's just like head this off right at the gate is what I'm hearing, you know. Because I do think that it is going to be an enjoyable connection for you. But again, speak your truth on it from the get-go. Speak your truth on it from the get-go, so neither of you is thinking in your heads it's one thing and it's not, right? You have to do yourself that service of speaking it and be like, I just want to be clear. What are you seeking? What do you see this as? What do you not see this as? Okay? Anything else for deck number 2, Spirit? Any last? I just keep seeing those giant teddy bears with the hearts, you know, like for Valentine's Day. So I definitely think for some of you it's going to be a Valentine's type romance, a February romance, and it will in fact go the distance for you, and it will in fact be a soulmate romance. Oh, and guys, oh my God, I'm so stupid. I'm not stupid, but this is, I didn't even realize, like I knew it was a heart, but I wasn't connecting it with the soulmate. So look at that, your February romance, your selenite heart. That's really sweet. I love that. Okay, we are now on to deck number 3, which we couldn't even figure out what this deck was, but we're on it. It's one of my myth decks. It's about a myth, I don't know. And we have this beautiful orange calcite pyramid. Someone gifted this to me. Like, what a gift. What a gift. What a blessing. Let's get into it. Deck 3, what's happening here? Silly me. I'm hearing silly me. What does that mean? Silly me. 6 of coins. So coins has to do with home stability. It has to do with physical wealth, physical sanctity. But I'm hearing silly me. Why is that? There's something that you made an error around. There's something that you made an error around your home, around your stability, a choice that you made an error. I just keep hearing silly me, silly me. Like you were forced to make a choice and you feel like you made the wrong one, and it's specifically around your home and or your physical stability. So that can also be money and or job, but it's the physical tangible act, and you feel like you made the wrong one. Yes, because you're going from 6 of coins to 4 of coins. So you're going from kind of being well set and moving up to having, less, right? And being very protective of what little you have, quote unquote, right? So, what's happening here? Okay, so here's what I'm getting. So you see these flowers right here? They look like, angel trumpets, which are actually a poisonous flower, and they can cause you to hallucinate. And I don't ever recommend touching and or interacting with these because they can actually be dangerous. But the reason why I'm being brought to focus on this was that you were under an illusion, a hallucination. You were under a misguided impression about something specifically, and it looks like it was around your money. And I think for some of you it may have been actually misguided investments, okay, where you were under the impression, the illusion that you were investing in something that was going to be very lucrative for you. And you have 3 of coins. Yes, we're here. This is now looking like, oh my, I did it again, guys. I did this in the second deck too, where I picked something that was exactly perfect for the deck. But as I'm reading here, I'm hearing pyramid scheme. Oh, I did this in the second deck too because we were talking about romance, and I didn't even realize I picked a heart as the crystal. And this one, you guys, you invested in a pyramid scheme where you were doing something with your money that was kind of that type of energy, where I'm also hearing like someone as your friend came in and was like, I have this great idea. We're going to do this. You're going to invest with me and we're going to make so much money. And in reality, they didn't have the stability, the wherewithal, or the insight to be talking like that, okay? They had an idea, and that's all they had, right? So now you've lost a significant amount of money and or your savings because, silly you trusted this person with your money. Now, just because you can trust a person in your life does not mean you can trust them with your money. Okay. Not everyone is worthy of that investment. And I'm hearing an investment banker, so they may have been an investment banker, broker, and or they may have been like a crypto broker, a crypto bro. Yeah, that's what we're getting. Okay. So now you're in this interim where you're in the hanged man. The hanged man is this in-between time where you don't really know what to do because you just suffered this loss and you literally just didn't even see that coming, okay? So what you need to do is pull your emotions out of it the way the message is coming through. Pull your emotions out of it because your emotions aren't going to serve you. You're going to have to deal with those later because you have to get yourself out of this bind really quick. And how do we get ourselves out of this bind, Spirit? What is the message? What is the message? I'm hearing quick money. And that doesn't mean gambling or anything like that. That means, okay, you have the Hierophant, which is wisdom and strength. Don't do any more gambling-like activities with your money because that's already what has you in this situation is gambling on investments. Okay, what you need to be looking at is actually solid returns, okay? So if you need to do a short-term extra job to just really bang it out and recoup those losses, then you do it. Because I think going back to that energy of gambling money or gambling amounts of money and or trusting that, you're going right back into the pyramid scheme energy, right? And you don't want to set yourself back into that, okay? And I also think it's good, if you step away from this friend for a while because it almost feels like you probably won't recoup that money, right? because sometimes you hand money to people and, oh yeah, I'll pay it back, I'll pay it back. And they don't, okay? So it's on you now to embody that stability, that Empress, that Emperor energy, and get yourself back up to where you need to be and on the road again, right? The less you emotionally feel into what happened, the more you get yourself up and going and like just work it to get yourself back to where you need to be, the better off you're going to be. Because if you sit in your emotions, you're tying your emotions directly to that lost money, and you're just going to continue losing, right? That energy, you're just going to continue losing. So you have to pull yourself up and out of it and really hit the hammer hard and get going, okay? And again, as I said, pull yourself away from that friend, because unless they're able to recoup the money for you and really give you back that return on investment that you lost and that you entrusted with them, their energy is also spiraling, so you do not want to be in their energy, okay? Yeah, so it's two people in a boat together and the boat's sinking, right? 3 of Cups, the emotions. So you don't want to put yourself near that. Okay, so that is card deck number 3. I hope it was helpful. My name is Lindsey Rose. If any of these messages aligned for any of you, please comment, like, share, subscribe. I do appreciate the feedback. And if you would like your own reading, you can check out the links in bio. Otherwise, I wish you guys well. Bye.